We'll tackle the headlines, explore stories that shape our lives, and dissect the issues that keep us awake at night. But that's not all. The Morning Crossfire is your platform too. Your thoughts, your opinions, they all have a place right here. From politics to business and the economy, from the social issues to the heart of the city. I'll be your companion, your source of information, and your partner in exploration. And it's just not about the headlines. It's about the conversations we have, the connections we make, and the impact we create. Your insights matter, your questions matter, and your energy matters. So whether you're in traffic, having breakfast, or starting your workday, I'll be right here, keeping you informed and engaged. So Lagos, stay tuned, set your alarms, and mark your calendars, and let's kickstart our mornings together, right here on the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info and Kofi Bartels. Let's talk.
Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Okay, Lagos, good morning. Welcome back. It's still the Morning Crossfire right here on 99.3 Nigeria Info. It's raining cats and dogs in different parts of the city. But we're here to keep you informed, and hopefully our conversations will help get you a little bit warmer. But whatever you are doing, or whatever you're doing wherever you are, do try and make sure you cover yourself well. Don't go out of the house without a sweater or jacket or something. Even if the rain beats you, don't go out with umbrellas out these days. So the rain gets to follow you, so you can keep yourself warm, all right, and protect yourself in any way possible. Now the rain has started, you need to change shoes, the kind of shoes you wear, change the kind of clothing you use and all that, so you can keep yourself protected, your kids, family, and all that. All right, every single Thursday we take care of your health right here on the Morning Crossfire. Today, we don't just that. The quality of air in Lagos has not been too good. Indeed, the Lagos State government, through the Ministry of Environment, put out some information warning people about the air quality, and kudos to the government of Lagos State for that move, because some governments that we know, whom we won't mention, used to shy away from issues of air quality. But this morning on the Health Thursday, we want to talk about the health challenges and the issues that may arise from poor air quality, and how you can protect yourself, your loved ones, your family from that. But I'd like you to call in and tell us, how are you coping? Are you noticing, that you're probably grappling with the air quality in Lagos State, poor air quality? How are you protecting yourself? Is it something that you notice? Maybe you see the air is a bit thick, or you've not noticed it. Have you taken any moves, any special steps, measures to protect yourself or your family? For instance, for me, I began shutting my windows at night, whether there's light or no light, whether the AC is on or not on. I began shutting the room window at night because I realized that morning I wake up, or my wife wakes up, and then we have some sort of catarrh, and all that kind of. So I began shutting the windows at night, and I noticed an improvement. I noticed an improvement in our condition. So I don't know about you. I see some people moving around in masks. I don't know if that's because of the air quality, but when we checked the quality last week or thereabout, it wasn't too good. It wasn't too good. So I'd like to introduce our guest this morning. He is a friend of the house. He's been on Nigeria Info FM Port Harcourt a number of times, and today we introduce him to the Lagos audience. He's a public health physician and also an environmental advocate. A reason I had to bring someone from Port Harcourt, a medical practitioner from Port Harcourt, is because they've had some years of experience with poor air quality. It's been a big issue there, hot topic there, and probably he actually will be in a better position to tell us from their experience how they coped and how we can cope. He is Dr. Bieye Renner Briggs. Dr. Bieye Briggs, good morning to you. Thank you so very kindly for joining us all the way from the beautiful and garden city of Port Harcourt.
Thank you, Kofi and Lagosians, for having me. It's a pleasure.
All right, fantastic. Good to have you on the program this morning. To be a part of the conversation, please call 0700-993-993-993, 0700-993-993-993, and you can also call For our female listeners who might find it difficult getting through to us using that number, 0201 465 7190. 0201 465 7190. How are you coping with the poor air quality? Are you noticing that probably the rain is helping things get a bit better or not? You tell us your experience. Dr. Briggs, I checked the air quality measurement. Seems some people in Lagos State have their own devices, so the thing was on the internet, and it was at the highest level of alert. That's a red. A couple of weeks ago. This was after the Lagos State government put out an infomercial or an advisory, let me call it that, to protect the citizens, which was commendable. Tell us a bit about this air quality, the AQI, air quality index, because I saw PM 2.5 there, as it affects our health.
Air quality index majorly measures the quality or healthiness of the air we breathe. You understand? So it gives a range of how healthy the air is, how dangerous it is. Now, from what you're telling me now, the AQI, that's Air Quality Index of Lagos State, as of today, is red alert. It means that the air is massively polluted and is unhealthy for humans to inspire such contaminated air. And of course, this is I'm even surprised that as far away as Lagos is, that they're also experiencing poor air quality. But that's also not unexpected because Lagos State is a cosmopolitan city. We have lots of industrial activities going on there. So sometimes when you see this kind of a thing, you're not too surprised. But I also want to give kudos to the Ministry of Environment for being proactive and issuing advisories to residents of Lagos State. That's a very positive step. It's something in what we were in Port Harcourt then when we were. Even though now the concentration is far less than it used to be, it is still present. So we never had that kind of a proactive measure from government at that time. But seeing that Lagos State had already gone ahead of people, measuring air quality and giving advices, especially now that it's on red alert, which means that the air quality is very, very bad for human inspiration at the time. So I commend them.
All right, thank you, Dr. Bieye Briggs. I appreciate your time. And you're commending, because I lost you a bit, you're commending Lagos State government for putting out that advisory, just warning the people and everything to protect themselves and all that. So the red level was a couple of weeks ago when we had a conversation on that after the advisory was put out. That's when it was on red, and then they did ask people to, residents to to be aware. But for today. It's moderate. The air quality in Lagos, in the parts of Lagos where people have this device to measure, is moderate. What we see is air AQI measurement of 64. So we hear the main pollutant, from what I see, is PM 2.5 still. Are you there, sir? Okay, we seem to have a connection problem. Dr. Briggs, can you hear me? Dr. Briggs, can you hear me? All right, but for this morning, what this measurement is showing, because it's an app that you can use to measure it, provided people have the device, all right, that comes with the app. And so some people have the device that comes with the app in Lagos. So the measurement is uploaded to the server of this app, and then the app can then give you the reading. So it's open to the public. All right, so whoever you are who has this device in Lagos, thank you. Mostly the oil companies have it, So from what I can see, the AQI today is 64. The main pollutant is PM 2.5, and the concentration of that PM 2.5 is 18.4 microgram. Is it? I've forgotten. Yeah, micrograms. That 18.4, according to the app, they're saying that the PM 2.5 concentration in Lagos State today is currently 3.7 times the WHO annual air quality guideline value. But it's not that bad. But for other days, it's been quite bad. So, Dr. Bieye, what do people need to know about this PM 2.5 that we're seeing as a main pollutant in Lagos these days? Though the air quality today is not as bad, it's moderate, it's on yellow. it's on yellow. So what are people meant to know about this PM 2.5 and the levels of pollution and its effects on their health?
Now, the PM 2.5, the PM there is particulate matter. 2.5 is the most dangerous of all the particulate matter we have around. We have PM 10.0, we have PM 5.0, we have 2.5 and less. Now, the 2.5 shows that it is very small in micrograms. It means that you cannot see with your naked eye except with the use of an electron microscope. So once you inspire, there are natural defense system of the respiratory system. Okay, from your nostrils, you see hairs projecting from your nostrils. Now, those hairs in the nostrils are supposed to protect you from large particulate matters from PM 2.10 and above, dust, and other foreign bodies that may want to gain entrance into the respiratory system. Then beyond the nostrils, the epithelium lining the respiratory system has what we call ciliary processes that tends to, stop any entrance of
All right, Doc, we have a connection with your a problem with your connection. I don't know if you can probably get to a better location or work on the network, or probably log out and log back in because it's dragging. Okay, we're having that issue. 0700-993-993-993. How are you coping? How have you been coping with the air? Have you noticed any effect maybe on your nostrils? Have you noticed any effect on your breathing? Have you noticed any effect on your on you? Maybe you've been coughing or something. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Kofi Bartels.
You're welcome. Who do we have on the line, please?
It's Pastor Ladipo.
All right, Pastor Ladipo, nice to hear from you. Have you noticed any change in the air in recent weeks, and how have you been coping?
Yes, in the past week, anyway, because it's raining heavily here. Raining heavily. So all I noticed was that I was sneezing the more. Sneezing the more. That is what I use mask. That is all I did. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Pastor Ladipo. Appreciate your time. Good to hear from you. 99.3, hello.
Morning, Kofi.
Morning. Who do we have on the line, please?
Ikechukwu is my name.
All right, Ikechukwu, go on. Listening to you.
Yes, I just have a question.
Yeah.
To ask. Maybe when the expert comes online, he will answer it.
All right.
Is it possible? I'm just, being curious. Is it possible that this air pollution that we have in Lagos is related to or connected to the Dangote refinery, which has just, gone live? I'm just being curious.
Well, yeah. Thank you very much. From what I'm seeing, thank you. You have a point. This thickness. Now, each time I drive, sometimes when I leave the office, I go to Lagos Island, yeah, and I pass that marina axis. When I look across the water, I see thick air. It reminds me of our days of Stop the Suit in Lagos, which actually that hashtag was created by Nigeria Info and Wazobia FM and Cool FM OAPs. Because we said, okay, this is a social issue. Can we create a hashtag to bring attention to the air quality issues in Port Harcourt? And I remember one of our colleagues on WhatsApp said, okay, let's try. We're trying different things. Let's Stop the Suit. It sounded nice, and we chose it. So we've been on this advocacy for some time. And so for me, and I'm sure for Dr. Bieye Briggs, anybody who's lived in Port Harcourt, you can easily sense and tell. And this one, for me, looks like what we saw, the refining of crude oil, though it was done illegally by illegal crude oil artisanal refiners. Those are called Kofi. And if you go to Port Harcourt, you see everywhere, the walls are black, the floors are black, your curtains are black, your car is black, your hands are black, you walk in your house, your feet are black. But the air is thick, it's foggy, it looks like there's smoke everywhere. Now, if you're driving, was my experience in Port Harcourt, you're driving, look at your rear view mirror or your side mirror, look behind, you can't even see behind, you see smoke. And so something like that I've also observed around Lagos. I said, okay, a lot of people are now also, refining crude oil in the creeks around Lagos or something like that. If there are any creeks around Lagos, I don't know. Okay, are these ones just from, vehicle exhausts, generating sets and all that? I don't know. But he's asked a very important question, which we need to investigate. He's asked a very important question, which we need to investigate.
Kofi Bartels,
Good morning.
how are you?
Very well, thank you.
We have Ambassador Muzba here from Ocean.
Ambassador, welcome.
Yeah, Kofi Bartels.
Yes.
I think you have to call us all the experts on the environment. Something is happening.
Yeah.
No, we talk about the ozone layer with so many things to the air. Even some companies throw some chemicals. Honestly, eat the chemical at night. Throw it out on the lagoon. So I mean, I think the environment, Commissioner of Environment, and we have to do more. And we ourselves, we need to just take it because this thing come back to us.
All right.
You know, it has these people closer to you.
All right.
You know, sometimes they brought toxic waste to Nigeria, collecting money. Something like that is about to happen. We need to care about the environment because, honestly, things that are going on now, you can't sleep at night. You understand me now? So we need to do something. Calling on government, we ourselves need to do so. We need to be careful.
All right.
And we need to be just careful. When we go around and make noise about it, so honestly, you can't die, even though there's no water, no food. You don't want to die, no money for drugs, though.
All right. All right. Thank you very kindly for your time. So we're going to investigate. Someone's asking if the refinery. But the thing about it is, the app I'm using, the company has a device. It's quite it's a bit expensive. It's in USD. What happened in PH was that some oil companies, they had it. Some people who lived in, some of these are expatriates who lived, in the compounds of these oil companies who were employed, used to keep it so they could protect their families. And then some NGOs, some civil society organizations who joined us in the advocacy, to bring awareness to the issue of air quality, they bought one. Now, what I'm seeing is the app may not be giving me the correct, they're giving it to me, but they're saying that there's no single device in Port Harcourt, in Lagos, there's none so far from what I'm seeing. So someone out there needs to buy. You need to buy it. You can keep it on your roof or somewhere, or someone can sponsor, some NGO, someone can sponsor. Let's buy and then distribute. People are going to keep it in different parts of the city to be able to measure this thing adequately. But what they're using now is satellite data to show us what's going on and for me, I was surprised that it's PM 2.5 that we have in Lagos, because that is what you primarily see in places that you have crude oil being refined, especially the ones that are doing it illegally because of how they do their own combustion and all that, So I don't know, but what I'm saying is that there's something in the air in Lagos, and people need to be aware about it and be protected. And the government is leading that conversation, that awareness. How do you protect yourself? Have you been having any effects? Have you been coughing some more? Have you been sneezing some more? Have you been having stuffy nose some more? Have you been having respiratory issues? Now, we cannot sit here, our doctor guest can't sit here and say your respiratory issues are because of the air quality. You have to go and see a doctor. But if you've been noticing that the air has been a bit stuffy, have you been protecting do you use, Lagos State government says the air is not good, for this period and all that. Do you wear a mask? All right. What have you been doing is what we want to know. We'll go for a short break. We have an announcement to make, a hype. When we come back, we'll try and reconnect with our guests. I think the network is not too good over there. Maybe it's raining in Port Harcourt. I don't know. But don't forget, you can win 10,000 naira this morning if you play the One Play lottery. Simply go to their website, www.oneplay.ng. All right, oneplay.ng. And click on the box that has a Nigeria Info logo that says Nigeria Info 99.3. And then you can play for 500 naira. We'll do the live draw in the studio. Pick the 5 lucky persons to go home with 10,000 naira each before we're done with the program this morning. Please stay with us. I'll be right back.
This is an infomercial.
Hey, how are you holding up? Because with all the stress in Lagos and Nigeria right now, any extra money, my dear, any extra cash is simply a blessing. And I've told you that there is money on ground. But it's like everybody is just sleeping on this gist. Lagos, don't forget that you too, my dear, can join the winning team. team and win yourself some good money here on Nigeria Info. It's still double season on oneplay.ng, and they are telling you that there is money on ground. Imagine winning double what you were winning before. All you have to do is just visit the website at oneplay.ng. Yes, that's www.oneplay.ng. And with 500 naira, you, my dear, could just be the next lucky one and win yourself some of that cash. And please, if you don't have a smartphone, that's not an excuse. You have to cram the code *347 *880 *3 hash *347 *880 *3 hash. Lagos winnings on Nigeria Info FM have gone up to 120,000 naira daily. Why are you sleeping on this? The more you play, the better your chances of winning in the double draw. And guess what? There's also a jackpot happening every Friday. I don't know how I'll be begging you to collect money. Don't you need money? I'm sure you need money. Dial the code *347 *880 *3 hash, or just visit www.oneplay.ng and thank me later. And Lagos, don't forget that every Friday there will be a jackpot, and I've already said it. The more you play, the better your chances of winning. Remember, this is not suitable for people under 18. And if you're under 18, make sure you tell someone who's older about this good news. Don't keep it to yourself. Lagos, I tried. Don't say I didn't do anything good for you. Remember, www.oneplay.ng. And that is better than urgent 2K.
Ida of trading himself. James, hello.
Susan, I beg. Say you dey whine me.
For where? You who no longer depend solely on your salary.
So you people trade and don't carry us along in this office, Abi?
Jerry, now you dey talk like this? Who doesn't want an extra stream of income? But I'm still looking for better trading conditions, I beg. Fast execution of my trades and possibly an account where swap no go carry all my profits where I no know.
Guy, hfm.com.
For me, I wouldn't mind better spreads at all, and it won't be a bad idea to be able to make withdrawals in a flash.
All we want is transparency and great customer service.
Guys, I said hfm.com.
Which one is hfm.com again?
Switch to HFM today to enjoy ultra-fast execution, 1 to 2,000 leverage, tight spreads, swap-free, and more.
Guy, show us the way now.
Wait, are you sure deposits and withdrawals are sharp?
I said hfm.com. Visit www.hfm.com. HFM, online trading at its finest.
Do you want your children to excel in STEM subjects? Enroll them today on Get Bundy Education Technology at www.getbundy.com. With over 1,000 hours of science subjects, 4,000 multiple choice questions, 3 years of revision for competitive exams, Get Bundy Education Technology is the right platform for your children to learn and develop needed skills for future technology. For GSS 3 and SS3, Get Bundy is offering daily online live lessons Monday through Friday, 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and mathematics and coding classes on Saturdays. Give your children the right head start with proficient educationist on Get Bundy. Register them today on www.getbundy.com or call 0814-175-5552.
To cook correct food, they always give me joy. That's why anytime I cook like this, I always season them with no cubes. Come add correct vegetables inside. Ugu, tatasheo, shombo, onions. No one I know they put. Now he make my pikin them, they always enjoy my cooking.
Daddy, I never will. I want more.
You see? All your food with correct vegetables. Come season them with no cubes for that to get delicious taste. Today, chop better.
I love my job as an HR manager, but I also love my weekends because I get to relax, spend time with family, and catch up with all the latest TV shows. But it's hard to relax when my phone is always buzzing. I have to sort out health-related issues for my colleagues because our HMO account rep is unreachable. Imagine my relief after signing with Reliance HMO and I have not received a single call from a colleague about any weekend issues. Even better, they can't stop telling me how glad they are that we've switched to a healthcare partner that's there when we need them. Now, I can finally enjoy my weekends, confident my team is cared for. Thank you, Reliance HMO, for giving me back my weekends. Sign up with Reliance HMO today.
For more information, call 0201 700 1580. Reliance HMO, the next generation HMO for business.
Can you earn in dollars exporting everyday items to the USA? Yes, you can. Join me, Nduka Ude, and my export team at the Export to Wealth Conference on the 6th and 7th of March at the Oriental Hotel Bieye and learn the practical steps needed to find buyers abroad, sell on Amazon and other stores so you can start earning in dollars. To register, go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. In partnership with Sterling Bank, you can get access to funding with single-digit interest rate that can help you expand and transform your business. To register, go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. Go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. See you soon.
Mr. Teacher, please, what happens when children come to school? How is it that they leave home very neat and return looking so different?
Non-stop action, ma. All the learning and sports burn energy. So those sweat stains, torn uniforms, and dirty shoes, they show that your kid has been very active.
Now, wow.
Your kids need nourishing energy. Give them the new and improved Milo at breakfast. It has nutrients that support energy release to help them get the most out of their day. Milo, energy to go further.
Good day, Nigeria. Handtech Markets brings to you two juicy products to help you kickstart the year. Introducing H-Trader, our new prop trading product where you can use our funds to trade and not worry about trading capital. This is trading made easy with no capital trouble. Additionally, you can also explore our other products, Handtech Markets, where you can start your trading journey even with no experience, as we offer free education. We also have copy trading, where you can copy trades from successful traders. Handtech Markets has got you covered with our strong industry experience. For more inquiries, send your name and location to 0805 690 5612. Send your name and location to 0805 690 5612.
I love my Honeywell and my Honeywell on me. Take it in, and I take it, enjoy it. 2 minutes of favorite to Orlando. I love Honeywell. Everybody come and sing. Begin to love it. Mama, they love it. Papa, they love it. Uncle, they love it.
Now, your favorite brand, Honeywell, is back. Available in noodles, semolina, and pasta in stores nationwide.
I love Honeywell.
Every parent wants to see their child growing up happy and healthy. Introducing Renzo Vitamins for Kids, a secret to your child's daily nutrition and boundless joy. With Renzo Vitamins, your child will have the energy to embrace every moment and unlock their full potential. Give your child a head start in life with Renzo Vitamins for Kids, because a happy child is a healthy child.
Everyone is a winner in the AXA Awoof Extra and Double Protection promo. Get free home insurance when you buy comprehensive motor insurance from AXA and stand the chance to win up to 100,000 Naira gift vouchers, phones, and other amazing prizes when you buy AXA third-party motor insurance. Hurry now. Call 0700 AXA Mansard or visit axamansard.com to get started. Terms and conditions apply. AXA Mansard. No, you can.
Are you ready for what's coming? Okay. Redmi Note 13 series. Make every shot iconic. A track like 200 MP. We know the grip for anybody. 120 Hz, I'm a laptop display. Enjoy massive viewing, yeah. This car's attracting bezels. I can't lie, just making sense. Super fast, smooth processing. Redmi Note 13 series. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, bring out your Note 13 series. Bring out your Note 13 series. Show them what you can do now. Show them what you can do now. Iconic shot, super chat, 120 watts charger. Are you ready? Shall we make innovation for everyone?
Can you earn in dollars exporting everyday items to the USA? Yes, you can. Join me, Nduka Ude, and my export team at the Export to Wealth Conference on the 6th and 7th of March at the Oriental Hotel Bieye and learn the practical steps needed to find buyers abroad, sell on Amazon and other stores so you can start earning in dollars. To register, go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. In partnership with Sterling Bank, you can get access to funding with single-digit interest rates that can help you expand and transform your business. To register, go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. Go to exportandsell.com/event or call us at 0909 344 7596. See you soon.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info. Live from the heart of Victoria Island, you're listening to your number one station, 99.3 Nigeria Info. This is Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, welcome back. It's still Health Thursday. We're trying to get back to our guest whom we lost earlier via our video connection. Hopefully, we can get through to him. Hello, Doc. Are you there?
I'm here now.
All right. Dr. Bieye Briggs is a public health physician and environmental advocate. Dr. Bieye Renner Briggs, he joins us from Port Harcourt, where they've had their own issues with the poor air quality. And, of course, we want to just learn from what they experienced. Dr. Bieye Briggs, so you were talking about PM 2.5 and what that means for the health of people. Because from my look at the app, which I use in monitoring air quality, it says the main pollutant for the air, pollution in Lagos right now, and last time I checked was is PM 2.5, and it's 18.4 micrograms per cubic meter, which is the concentration we told is 3.7 times the WHO annual air quality guideline value. So tell us about the dangers of this PM 2.5, sir.
The PM 2.5 is so tiny that it cannot be seen without the aid of an electron microscope. So you might be inhaling it, breathing it in and out, even knowing that your air is contaminated or polluted to that extent. You understand? Now, given the statistics you've just reeled out, it means that more than three times WHO's limit has been exceeded by the PM 2.5. So because of how tiny it is, you can't see it. Like we inhale oxygen. We don't see it, but we know that we inhale oxygen. That is how it is. It gets right into the alveolar spaces where gaseous exchange takes place. And then because of the high affinity carbon has, the red blood cells has for carbon, instead of picking oxygen, it picks carbon because one of the chief components of PM 2.5 is carbon. So the red blood cells pick carbon and supplies carbon to the cells of our body. And over time, the carbon content gets increased and finds its way into the DNAs of our cells. And in the long run, causes cancer of various types. But the primary site where cancer first occurs in respiratory issues, or air pollution, is lung. But just that the blood transports oxygen and other nutrients. So instead of carrying oxygen, when the blood carries carbon, the carbon is also supplied to the nucleus of the cells where DNAs are produced, and then it alters our DNA sequence and causes mutation and causes all the diseases that come with air pollution, ischemic heart disease, coronary heart disease, stroke, chronic bronchitis, chronic obstructive pulmonary airway disease. Everything in the long run manifests as a result of air pollution particularly the PM 2.5. The larger particulate matters like PM 10 and PM 5 can be trapped by the air, the hairs in our nostrils, and then the ciliary processes that line our respiratory tree. But the PM 2.5 is so tiny that it escapes the natural defense mechanisms embedded in our respiratory system. That is why the PM 2.5 is the most dangerous, because it defies all the natural defense mechanism in the respiratory system. That is why it's very dangerous.
All right. Interesting. For those listening, please call right now. We're talking about the effects on your health of the poor air quality in Lagos. Don't forget, some time ago, the Lagos State government put out an advisory to the residents regarding that. And personally, I've observed that the air looks a bit foggy. I don't know if you've observed that. And some people are coming down with coughs and colds. I don't know if that is the cause. But how have you been protecting yourself from poor air quality? Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Kofi.
Welcome.
Good morning to your guest as well.
Thank you very much. Your name and your contribution, please.
I'm Mr. Zoboli calling from Ikorodu.
Good morning.
I just want to ask your guest, what is the place of immune boosters in this period of time? We are inhaling negative air due to the weather, but I think immune boosters help as well, because that's what I've been using for my family, vitamin C and what have you. Because I just wanted to speak to that. Thanks.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Boli. Dr. Briggs, over to you.
Over to me. We're not allowed to mention names of drugs on air so that we don't lead people to drug abuse. But yes, of course, you can use drugs that can enhance your immune system, especially drugs that are rich in antioxidants, or even fruits and food that are rich in antioxidants. Now, one of the measures by which the PM 2.5 or generally air pollution causes disease in human cells is through what we call the oxidation of the cells of the system generally, by the release of free radicals. Now, these antioxidants that are contained mainly in fruits and vegetables can mop up these free radicals that can cause damage to our cells in the long run. But I'm not permitted to mention any name of drug at all on air so that people do not abuse it. But of course, I agree with him. You can take foods and fruits, take lots of water, in the evening before you go to bed. Make sure your windows and doors are properly shut and shut early. Those are the kind of things we did while we were in fighting the suit in Port Harcourt. And of course, we also, like I said, the PM 2.5, like when we were in fighting the suit in Port Harcourt here and River State in general, when they talked about the use of face mask, I said the PM 2.5 is too tiny. The face mask cannot protect, except we're using it as a means of, a protest. I recall when we did our first protest against the suit in Port Harcourt, we all wore face masks just to draw attention, but not because the face mask by itself protects us from the effects of the suit, because the suit is 2.5, just like you're observing in Lagos State. So wearing face masks may not necessarily help, except for larger particulate matters from 5 to 10 and above micrometers. All right.
Hello, good morning.
All right. Thank you, Doc. Good morning to you. Your name and contribution,
Doctor,
please.
good morning. This is Uzoma on the line.
Uzoma,
good morning, Uzoma.
Good morning, sir. Doctor, please, I'm crying. What are you people doing on the high cost of drugs in this country? People are dying like flies. So.
All right.
The drug I bought was 500 naira. I went to say it's 18,000 naira, doctor, and there is no money. People are dying like flies. What are you helping us to do about the high cost of drugs? Please now. And people cannot do without these drugs.
All right. Thank you, Zoma. Thank you very much. Though that's not what we'll be looking at. Doctor, just maybe a minute to respond to Zoma before we get back.
Well, what she's complaining about is something that is widespread everywhere, not only restricted to Lagos State. Some big pharmaceutical companies like GlaxoSmithKline, they left the shores of the country. Yeah. So there has been some level of scarcity. And of course, when the products or goods and services are scarce, their prices skyrocket. So it's a force of demand and supply. And generally, Nigeria is in a recession. But I'm not in the position to speak for government. I think that government agencies probably will be listening to what we are talking about, and they will do the needful to bring down prices. But
all right. Neither are you a producer or manufacturer?
Or any of the exactly.
All right. Uzoma, thanks for your time. My heart goes out to you. 0700-993-993-993. Research indicates poor air quality has serious effects on environment, climate change, human health. Also, according to the World Health Organization, Poor air quality is associated with 7 million premature deaths annually across the globe. Now, with the kind of weather Nigeria is experiencing lately, condition many mistaken or confused with Hamatan, including the deadly heat wave, then it becomes important that we understand how poor air quality affects our health overall. Dr. Briggs, looking at your experience in River State with the illegal artisanal refineries that we had over the city, and the fact that the city was so thick, what were the effects? I mean, for those of you in the hospitals, what were you noticing were the effects and on the people in River State then?
Okay, we noticed, of course, an increase in respiratory illnesses. That's it was widespread. In fact, the committee that was set up by the River State government then, the technical committee that investigated the sources of the soot and its constituents, they found out that in the time under review that they conducted their preliminary research, they found out over 22,000 cases of respiratory illnesses that were reported in the hospitals alone and in government hospitals. Now imagine the ones that would have presented in private hospitals and the ones that couldn't come to the hospital. So I believe that the respiratory illnesses skyrocketed, and there were research findings that showed that the soot affected caused congenital malformations. So children were born with all kinds of congenital malformities and all that. And then we also saw an increase, even young people coming down with cardiovascular. There was an increase in the kidney disease cases, that ended up in dialysis and all that. So it was widespread. We saw a surge, a spike in asthmatic cases, and then the frequency of asthmatic attacks in those who have been pre-diagnosed of bronchial asthma. These are things that I work in a university environment, so we saw lots of students, people that never had any history of bronchial asthma, coming down with bronchial asthma, and then those that had bronchial asthma, the frequency of occurrence of asthmatic attacks skyrocketed. So these are things that we saw. But most importantly, we also saw that the research that was conducted in Port Harcourt saw that majority of the males that are resident in Port Harcourt had structural anomalies of their sperm cells, which is to say that most of the residents in Port Harcourt cannot impregnate their wives because of the soot that they've been exposed to. And of course, there were also unexplained sudden infant death. There was increase in infant mortality, just like you have revealed out the statistic of WHO that over 7 million children died premature. So we're having intrauterine fetal deaths, stillbirth, of unexplained causes. And there was a research that was carried out in 2017 by WHO and the European Lung Foundation, where they found out that carbon has the capacity to cross the blood-brain barrier and the placenta barrier to reach the child. So that's why, until 2017, there was no evidence to show that, if a woman is exposed to air pollution, that it can affect the baby. Until that study was done in Europe in combination with the WHO and the European Lung Foundation, where they found that the carbon from air pollution actually causes the placenta barrier to affect the child. So it now makes sense the impact of air pollution on prematurity, congenital malformations, stillbirth, and neonatal death, of course.
All right.
So
all right.
It's massive. It's massive.
I think
it's massive.
It says
and of course, if, for instance, if water is contaminated, you may stop drinking that water and buy water to drink. If the land is polluted, you can leave that land and go to an unpolluted land. But when the air is polluted, you have no control over it. You can't buy oxygen and be wearing oxygen masks and be moving about with it. So you are compelled to inhale and inspire the polluted air. So nobody can buy his or her own air, except of course you want to relocate from Lagos State to somewhere else that has a better air quality. Otherwise, and I know for a fact during the time of soot here, a lot of people relocated to other parts of the country and some even outside the shores of the country because of air pollution. So air pollution is mind blowing. Its effects cannot be comprehended really fully.
All right, absolutely. 0700-993-993-993. So what can people do? Let's get to that. What can the people do to protect themselves in Lagos? Because we're seeing PM 2.5 from the app I'm using is the main pollutant, and the concentration is 3.7 times the WHO annual air quality guideline value, 18.4 micrograms per cubic meter today. Sir.
And this is where I get stuck whenever I'm asked this question. In all the interviews I've granted, all the times I've had a platform to talk about air pollution and how it impacts the health of humans. It's very difficult because this is not something, you you as an individual have control over. Of course, except you want to talk about tree planting, so that the trees have a symbiotic relationship with humans. We inhale oxygen and expire carbon dioxide. The trees they inhale carbon dioxide and they give us oxygen. So of course, most of the things that causes air pollution are also implicated in climate change, the impact of climate change. Recently, we've seen the heat waves all across the country. These are manifestations of the effects of climate change. So if we reduce those things, that pollute the environment, such as use of stove, generating sets, burning of forest, and all that, we can reduce air pollution and, of course, reduce the impact it has on health. But on the individual level, of course, we need to talk about the need to take lots of water, have a good health-seeking behavior, taking fruits that are rich in antioxidants, mangoes, pawpaw, oranges, cucumber, watermelon, and all that. But of course, the economy does not even allow for that. Because, like the woman that called, the drugs she used to buy about 500 naira is now 18,000 naira. And then everybody is crying because of inflation. Things are very expensive. So you don't even have the luxury to say, okay, let me go and buy fruits and take lots of fruit, lots of water and all that. Even a bag of sachet water now is about 400-500 naira as against 100-150 naira before. So there are no extra money is available to do these things, but for those that can afford, I recommend they take lots of water, take fruits and vegetables rich in antioxidants, so that those antioxidants can mop up the free radicals that have been generated by the pollution of the air. But of course, when you take these antioxidants and you're still within the environment that is polluted, okay, it means that as you're trying to mop up, you're still exposed to inhale. So it becomes a vicious circle. It's as if you're doing nothing at the end.
All right.
So that's why government, the federal and the state government, and even local government must come together and see how they can, reduce air quality, bring up policies like electric renewable energy for power generation instead of using coal to generate power.
All right. Okay.
Talk about solar system, hydro, and wind.
Doc, please hold the thought. Sorry, Dr. Briggs. Hold the thought. Sorry to interject there. We have a call on the line. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, very quickly, please. Yeah.
My name is Ken. I'm calling from school. I wanted to ask, these particles he's talking about, carbon particles, if it rains, does it have any impact? Does it reduce the impact on humans?
All right.
That is the effect of, does it reduce the particles in the air? Thank you.
Thank you so very kindly for your time, Doc.
It doesn't, except for the larger particulate matter, like I said, PM5 and PM10. But for the PM2.5, they are too tiny. They cannot just disappear from the air because it rained. But for the larger particles, for instance, if the environment is dusty and it rains, after the rain, you see that the concentration of the dust in the air reduces because they are larger particulate matters. But when you talk about PM2.5, if it rains, can oxygen concentration reduce because it rains? It cannot now. So that's exactly how PM2.5 is. That's why it's very deadly, and that's why the WHO is very concerned about PM2.5.
All right, quite interesting. Adegoke in Lekki says, what happened some weeks ago with the heat and hazy, dusty weather was climate pollution. Why didn't they have such intense heat in neighboring countries? But we thank God that the rain has calmed the weather down now. Okay, thank you very much for your contribution. I see a call coming through, but I don't know if we have the time to take that. We don't have time. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Kofi.
Yes, very quickly, 30 seconds.
Okay. I'm not going to waste your time. I don't want to say they have not tell all the truth. Is 5G network already in Nigeria? Good morning.
Oh, my God. There we go again. Doc, in 30 seconds, just your final submission.
5G network has nothing to do with air pollution, for my sake, except, of course, we're talking about electromagnetic waves, okay? But not in terms of air pollution. No. Not at all.
Right. Thank you so very much. We have to go. Dr. Bieye Renner Briggs, a public health physician and environmental advocate. Thank you so very kindly for your time this morning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kofi and Legosian, for having me.
All right. Anyway, that's the size of our package this morning. We'll go for a short break. When we come back, we'll hopefully have time to announce the winners of the One Play Lottery. But let's pay our bills, and we'll be right back on the Morning Crossfire. Stay with us.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment. 99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens.